good year, my lord. Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion that breeds. Therefore the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
When I have heard it, what blessing brings it?
Not a present remedy, at least of patient sufferance.
I wonder that thou, being as thou says thou art born under Saturn, goes about to apply a moral medicine to a mortifying mischief. I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jest, eat when I have stomach, wait on no man's leisure, sleep when I'm drowsy, and tend on no man's business, laugh when I marry, and applaud no man in his humor.
Yea, but you mustn't make the full show of it until you can do so without controlment. You have of late stood out against your brother, and he had taken you newly into his grace, where it is impossible that you take true root, but by the fair weather that you make yourself. It is needful that you frame the season for your own harvest.
I'd rather be a canker in the hedge than a rose in his grace. And it better befits my blood to be disdained of all, than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. And this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest man, it cannot be denied that I am a plain-dealing villain. I am trusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with a clog. Therefore I decree not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would fight. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be as I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. Who comes here? What news, Baracho?
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonato. And I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on? And what is he for a fool that betroths himself to unquietness?
Mary, it is your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
A proper squire. And who? Which way looks he?
Mary, on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato.
A very forward, smart chick. And how came you to this?
Being entertained for a perfumer, as I was smoking a musty room, comes me the prince and Claudio, hand in hand in sad conference. I whipped me behind the arras, and there heard it agreed upon. The prince should woo Hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, let's thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him anyway, I bless myself every way. You are both sure? Will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
And let us to the great supper. Their cheer is the greater that I am subdued. Oh, man. Would the cook were of my mind. Shall we go prove what's to be done?
We'll wait upon your lordship.
Was not Don John at supper?
I saw him not.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I can never see him, but I am heartburned an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Benedict. The one is too like an image and says nothing, and the other is too like my lady's eldest son, ever more tattling.
Well, then half Signor Benedict's tongue in Count John's mouth, and half Count John's melancholy in Signor Benedict's face.
With a good leg and a good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse. Such a man would win any woman in the world, if he could gain her goodwill.
By my troth, niece, I would never get myself a husband if I be so sharp of thy tongue.
In faith, she's too cursed.
Oh, too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God's sending that way. For it is said, God sends a cursed cow short horns, but to a cow too cursed, he sends none.
Then, being too cursed, God will send you no horns?
Just, if he send me no husband, for the which blessing I am at him on my knees morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard. I had rather lie in the wooden.
Yeah, you may light on a husband that hath no beard.
What should I do with him? dress him in my apparel, and make him my waiting gentlewoman. He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, I am not for him. Therefore, I will lead apes into hell.
Go you into hell then.
No, but to the gate, and there will the devil meet me, like an old cuckold with horns on his head, and say, "Get you to heaven, Beatrice! Get you to heaven! Here's no place for you, maids!" So deliver I up my apes, and away to St. Peter for the heavens. He shows me where the bachelors lie, and there live we, merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you will be ruled by your father.
Yes, faith, it is my cousin's duty to curtsy and say, "Father, as it please you." But yet, for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, "Father, as it please me."
Oh, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make man of some other metal than earth. Would it not grieve a woman to be mastered with a piece of valiant dust? To make an account to a clod of wayward marl? No, uncle, I'll none. Having sons are my brethren, and truly I hold it a sin to make a match in my kindred.
Oh, daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer.
The fault will be in the music, cousin, if he not wooing good time. If the prince be too important, tell him there is music in everything, and so dance out the answer. For hear me, hero. Wooing, wedding, and repenting is as a Scotch jig, a measure, and a syncope. The first is hot and hasty as a Scotch jig, and full as fantastical. The wedding, mannerly, modest, as a measure, full of state and ancientry. And then comes repentance, and with his bad legs falls into the syncopes faster and faster till he sinks into his brain.
Niece, you apprehend passing shrewdly.
I have a good eye, uncle. I can see a church by daylight.
Are you walk about with your friends?
So you walk softly and look sweetly and say nothing. I am yours for the walk, especially when I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so when I please.
And when please you say so?
When I like your favor. For God defend the loop should be like the case.
My visor is Philemon's roof. Within the house is Job.
Why then your visor should be thatched.
Speak low if you speak loud.
Well, I would you did like me.
So would not I for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Which is one.
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better. The hearers may cry amen.
God match me with a good dance.
Oh, amen.
And God get him out of my sight when the dance is done. Answer, clerk.
No more words. The clerk is answered.
I know you, Rhoda. You are Signor Antonio.
And a word I am not.
I noticed by the blackening of your hair.
To tell the truth, I counterfeit him.
You could never do him so ill well unless you were the very man. Here's his dry hand up and down. You are he. You are he.
At a word I am not.
Come, come. Do you think I do not know you by an excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Go to, Mum. You are he. Graces will fear in their stead.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you tell me who you are.
Not now.
And I was disdainful. And then I had my wit out of the 100 merry tales? Why, this was Signor Benedict who said so.
What's he?
Oh, I'm sure you know him well enough.
Oh, not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he is a prince's jester. A very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him, and their commendation is not in his wit, but in his ability. For he both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him. I am sure he's in the fleet, and would he have boarded me?
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do! He'll but break a comparison or two on me which, peradventure not marked or laughed at, throws him into a melancholy. And then there's a partridge wing spared, for the fool will eat no supper that night. Oh, we must follow the leader.
In every good thing.
Nay, if they lead to any ill, I will leave them at the next turning.
Sure, my brother is amorous on Hero, and hath withdrawn with the father to break with him about it. The ladies follow her, and but one visor remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are not you Signor Benedict?
You know me well. I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray you dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth. You may do the part of an honest man in him.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too, and he swore he would marry her tonight.
Let us to the banquet.
Thus answer I in the name of Benedict. Yet hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so. The prince rules for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love. Therefore all hearts in love use their own tongues. Let every eye negotiate for itself, and trust no agent. For beauty is a witch against whose charms fate melteth in the blood. This is an accident of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Come, Claudio.
Yea, the same.
Come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Oh, even to the next willow. About your own business, Count. Come, what fashion will you wear the garland of? About your neck like a usurer's chain, or under your arm like a lieutenant's scarf? You must wear it one way, for the prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
What? Did you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you leave me.
Ah, now you strike like the blind man. 'Twas the boy that stole your meat, and you'll beat the post.
If it will not be, I will leave you.
Alas, poor hurt fowl, now will he creep into sedges. But that my Lady Beatrice should know me and not know me? The prince's fool? Ah! It may be that I go under that title because I'm merry. Yeah, but even so, I do myself wrong. I'm not so reputed. It is the base, though bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world in her person and so gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Ah, good signor, where's the Count? Did you see him?
Troth, my lord, I've played the role of Lady Fame. I found him here, as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace had got the goodwill of the young lady, and I offered him my company to the nearest willow tree, either to make him a garland as being forsaken, or to bind him up a rod as being worthy to be whipped.
To be whipped? What's his fault?
The flat transgression of a schoolboy who, overjoyed at finding a bird's nest, shows it to his companion, and he steals it.
Well, that'll make a trust a transgression. The transgression is in the stealer.
Yet it had not been amiss that the garland had been made, and the rod too. For the garland he could have worn himself, and the rod he could have bestowed on you, who, as I take it, hath stolen his bird's nest.
I do but teach them to sing, and restore them to the owner.
Well, if their singing answer your saying, and by my faith you say honestly.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you.
The gentleman that danced with her told her she is much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me past the endurance of a block. An oak with but one green leaf on it would have answered her. My very visor began to assume life and scold with her. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling chest upon chest with such impossible conveyance upon me, that I stood like a man at a mark with a whole army shooting at me.